People are gonna come and go in life. Allow them to, because they don't matter anyway. Not family, friends, anybody on the external. Nobody matters. The only thing that matters is your happiness, your bliss. Anything else is a distraction. Because I'm telling you, people are gonna come and go. The most important people, you think people who are gonna ride or die for you, and they fall out of the car, and they even jump out of the car, and you're like, wait a minute, bro, we're about to go to like the greatest place ever. Why are you jumping out of the car? And just to spite you, because you're the one driving, they'll get out of the car. It's people will be jealous of you, and it's like if you hold on to friends, if you hold on to people in life, if you have these concepts such as I have a friend, I have an enemy, then you'll never be able to let go. Because when you hold on to the concept or the idea that somebody is your friend, somebody has your back, then you start to build up this habit of, okay, I'm somebody who has this friend and they have my back. And then when that person betrays you, now you feel like, you never heard when somebody, they say, I feel like I've been stabbed in the chest when they feel like they've been betrayed. Because they feel heartbroken. They feel like their sense of love is being split apart. Because they've had a condition on love in a sense that, okay, I love this person because they have my back. I love this person because we have a habitual relationship where I have expectations of them. But then when those expectations change, then they have heartbreak. They think that something's wrong. Well, this is the animal illusion. This is Maya in a sense that humans are built on habit and survival in a sense that the habit of hunting, the habit of gathering has led to our survival. The habit of keeping one wife has led to more reproduction, more civilized society. And the problem with this is that we're so used to habit that it builds up this ego. It builds up this idea that we're in control of things and that we're in control of the people in our lives. We'll say that we're a husband, forgetting that one time we were a son and our mom was the one calling her husband a husband. And then now we were an aunt to somebody, but now, back then, we were also a daughter. So it's like, wow, what? Now we're an aunt, but now you go from a daughter to an aunt to a mother, to all these different roles. But what role are you? You see, you're beyond them. And this is why you have to realize that everybody is God, right? Everybody comes in forms of God. But it's crucial to know that just because people come in forms of God doesn't mean that they deserve to be in your life. It doesn't mean that you have to force yourself to tolerate them just because they are God. Because I'm telling you, just because a roof is one doesn't mean there's not different levels on the floor. And sometimes you're going to at a different level than the people in your life are meant to go to, and that's fine. The building is one. There's just different levels. It's just the foundation needs the top needs the foundation. So it's equal, but at the same time, there's levels to this. As my guru Madhusudana says, there's levels to this. So it's beautiful that when you realize the truth. A lot of fools too, like, and I feel so bad for people who are like caught up in concepts of enlightenment, where they'll just like they think that in order to be enlightened, it's just like allowing yourself to be abused, allowing people to do whatever they want to you. But I love how Sage Krishna, he even killed his own cousin. He killed his own cousin for talking shit. Because Sage Krishna, he doesn't play that. You see, that's what I love about Sage Krishna is he's very playful and cheerful, but he also has different sides to him in the sense that at one side of him, he can't really stand people. He's like, oh man, I'm done with this world. This world's a joke. But at the same time, he's laughing while saying that. You see, Sage Krishna, and it's funny, like, people are so stupid. Like, they'll criticize you for, like, having a guru. They'll be like, oh, why do you, I'm, like, the idiots. They'll be like, I'm my own guru. And then, but you'll find that they don't have no idea what the hell they're talking about. They don't know anything about enlightenment. And even if they know about enlightenment, they don't experience enlightenment. And then it's like, they don't even have the pride to ask questions. And I feel bad for those people. They're like, people who say, I don't need a guru, they're like people who, let's say you're stranded on an island, right? And somebody is like, yo, I found an escape plan. And then some jackass is like, well, I want to be my own person. And just because you have the escape plan, I can find my own escape plan. And the guy who has the escape plan is like, bro, it's not about, like, ego. I just happen to have the escape plan first. And if I can give you the escape plan too, and we can both be free. But the guy's like, no, I'm my own guru. I don't need your escape plan. I'm like, and you're just like, bro, there's only one way. Like, we're trying to leave. And it's like, and the rest of the group is like, okay, let's leave his ass here. Like, you know what, whatever. He has his own escape plan, and the person starves to death. And that's the foolishness of people who say, I don't need a guru. Because when you have a guru like Krishna did, where at 12 years old, he was learning under Sandipandi, as Prabhupada says, Krishna is an incarnation of God, and even he had to go learn under Sandipandi. So it's funny how fools, they don't realize the power of a guru is that when you have a guru like Krishna did, you're detached from people. You don't care because you're constantly learning from the guru, who is the ultimate embodiment of detachment, and he makes you the ultimate embodiment of detachment, because you are who you surround yourself with. That's why paying attention to the teachings of the sages are so important. Constantly surrounding your mind with the sages, because a lot of people, and I feel bad for idiots who think that a guru has to be alive to be your guru, because I have multiple gurus, dead and alive, and they're my friends that are with me constantly, in my head and externally in books, and it's beautiful. It's like a lot of people, they have a lot of pride in the sense that once they think they reach enlightenment, they're like, oh, there's nothing more to learn, like, and stuff like that. But you'll see all the sages, they, even after enlightenment, they continue to read. They continue to read about sages, like Sage Siddharmeswar. If you read his book, he talks about multiple sages. You'll notice every true sage talks about other sages. They never try to get glory for themselves. And it's beautiful that when you constantly keep these detached friends around you, these people who committed their lives to wisdom and detachment and truth, then you start to embody that energy and you start to learn from them and become them. And it's beautiful. And not that I'm not saying, you like these wannabe gurus. Like, I never wanted to be a guru until people started in person asking me, hey, like, how do I reach enlightenment? And they started calling me their guru. I never wanted to be a guru. I don't know why anybody would ever want to be a guru with how, like, annoying and ridiculous people are and absurd. I'm not saying that's all of you guys, but majority of people are insane. They'll make up lies about you. They'll defame you. Look how they lie on Osho. And especially as a black man in America, it's like when you're the guru is the greatest position in the world. A king is like 80 feet below a guru. And it's like I said, the building is one, but there's levels to this. And a king is nothing to a guru. So you could imagine, like, that's why the government tries so hard to tarnish Osho's name, because they know how powerful somebody like Sage Osho is. It's like, he's not trying to be a guru. He's not trying to be a leader. He just naturally helps people. And the government, they're so focused on being a leader, and they can't help anybody. So imagine how jealous they'll be of a sage like Osho. And it's like when we're learning from sages like this, and I'm not saying, oh, you go and try to be a guru, want to be guru, but I'm saying it's like when you learn from these sages, you master your inner guru. And I'm not saying you become a master of anybody else, because you just are as you are. You're not concerned with even teaching others. The only reason I'm teaching on YouTube is because, I might as well. People ask me in person, I might as well share it, online. It's just common sense, right? But it's like people who try to teach others, it's like they don't even know anything themselves, and they go and try to teach. It's hilarious. Like, you'll see so many fake people. Stay away from people who don't give credit to their gurus. And the power of Krishna, Sage Krishna, is that he, after learning from Sanipani, I'll tell you a beautiful story. He was with his wife Rumkini, and she was serving him, and massaging him. And he was like, Rumkini, why do you like me? Well, I'm completely devoted to my guru Sanipandi. I'm always content within myself. I always say I don't need women. I always say I don't need anything. I'm so detached. There's so many men, and Rumkini was a queen. And he was like, there's so many men you could have out here. Why do you want me? And Rumkini started crying because she couldn't even fathom not wanting anybody but Krishna. And it's beautiful that, like, Krishna, he was so detached. Like, he didn't even want to, like, be possessive of Rumkini. He's like, you know what, you should go and find somebody who's materialistic and for you, because you're a queen. Why don't you find a husband who's focused on material matters? And why do you want a guru like me? And because who wouldn't want a guru? The guru is the ultimate husband, So, but it's beautiful to see the product of Krishna, like how he learned from Sanipandi, and look at him. Look how effortlessly detached he is. Look how he's so beyond this world. And it's so beautiful. I love the truth. And it's like, I just love how detachment is this only saving grace in this world, because attachment is this leech that's always trying to suck your blood, and the guru just rips it right off. You weren't even aware of the leech, and it was giving you nutrient deficiencies and everything, and the guru taps you on the shoulder and is like, dude, there's a leech right here. Why, you gotta just remove it, bro. And you remove it, and it's funny that you can't remove the leech right away. You gotta slowly caress it, and that's the beauty of practice. Is like a lot of fools, they have intellectual understandings of enlightenment and detachment, but they don't actually practice detachment. And the greatest emphasis on the lecture that I'm giving is to surround yourself with the words of the sages. It's like when you're going through a breakup, instead of complaining and bitching or looking up some relationship fool who's trying to scam you into, what did you do wrong? Why did she cheat on you? Do you know how illogical people are? I can't stand those scammers. They'll try to say, how do you, like, do this right, do that right? Like, you did this wrong in your relationship. Do you know how insane people are? People are insane. they'll leave you just to leave you. Just because you're... There was this wise man one time, he was telling a story, and he was saying how when he was upgrading in life, his wife said, I don't like that. I don't like that you're moving up in life. So it's like, could he have done anything more? Like, he's doing everything he can. He's in his purpose. He's devoted to wisdom, devoted to the guru. This is the devotee of the guru that I'm talking about. And she said to him, I don't like that you're, listening to this guru. I don't like that you're improving. I don't like that, because you're listening to the guru and really practicing wisdom, now it makes your material life a lot easier. I don't like that. So he left her ass. He just left her, and he was like, he visited his guru, and he said, thank you. I see why you told me to be so detached from the opposite gender. And I say the opposite gender because it has nothing to do with gender, in a sense that a woman can, sometimes there's a story like Mirabai, she was abused by her husband, but she was devoted to her guru, Krishna, and she was able to overcome it easily. And that's the beauty of detachment, is that when you're devoted to the teaching of the side guru, then this world effortlessly passes through you because you cannot be bothered by it, because you know that you're beyond this world. You know that you are always one with the guru, who is Paramatman, the eternal witness, the eternal source. So you are free from notions and ideas that you could suffer or be imprisoned in this joke of a Maya. Because I'm telling you, this Maya has nothing to give you. You'll have, concepts of friends and enemies, and it's all a joke. It means nothing. People, they'll love you one day because you benefit them, and then when you don't benefit them the next day, they'll hate you. And it's beautiful how when you let go of those people, that you actually find people who truly actually benefit you. Because you realize that nobody in this world really belongs to me, so you find who truly is for you, because you're not trying to hold on to things. Because I'm telling you, it's foolish. It's like, imagine you're running a race, right? And this person's like, man, I'm really scared to, lose. So they're just like, oh, man, they're scared, so they're just stuck in place. When it's like, if they just stopped thinking about losing and just let go and just ran the race, they might end up first place, but because they're so caught up in losing, they can't actually run the race, and it's the same thing. And oh my God, I love the truth. I could really go on forever talking about this, but I'm going to keep this lecture a little short. But, I hope, the people who listen to the end, you're very intelligent, because wisdom is to be listened to over and over again, and it's not just, oh, you listen to this and that and you think you know. It's supposed to be, you've had the habit of being attached, so have the habit of listening to the side gurus, listening to the lectures over and over again, and really imprinting on your mind the state of detachment that you want to attain, and that you're always in. And you intellectually know you're always in a state of detachment, but do you practice? Do you commit yourself to detachment? When you're going through a bad time, do you go to the guru's teachings? Do you seek the guru and ask him questions? There was a story of Dilgo Khyentse Rinpoche, and that even though he was a guru and a sage, he would still read, and he would show his students that he still reads, because he never had the pride of, oh, I am enlightened, I don't need a guru. He was always reading the teachers and the sages that he had. Till death he was reading that, and he had students. So it's like, don't get caught up in the pride of, oh, I don't need a guru. I don't need to learn about detachment. I am detached already. That's called somebody who's overly wise. Somebody who thinks, oh, I don't need a guru. I don't need to go over the teachings. Is a straight fool. It's like, there was a quote. A wise man once said, the greatest fool is one who believes he's free, and that's the people who don't believe they don't need a guru. But the people who realize that how useful a guru is, oh my God, that's why people have so much love for gurus, because the guru is he's like, imagine you're drowning and somebody comes out of nowhere, it's like, and you're just tired of this shit. It's like, damn, I just want to die. Like, I'm tired of this shit. I have to drown. I can't even get up. And then somebody comes with a boat and pulls you right out, and then you just start gliding, man. It's like, that's devotion to the guru. It's amazing. Man, I love the truth. I love the sages. I mean, I always thank the sages. I always thank them for helping me continue the way, and to just be detached from this stupid world. You can pay me to give a fuck about this world. This stupid ass, it's such a joke. Like, it's like I laugh every day at this joke. And a lot of people think when you become enlightened, like, it'll be all sunshine and roses. But those same people who try to play positive and try to, like, seem holier than thou, it's like, oh yeah, I love life. They're the same people who go and cry at home when life isn't going their way, in a sense that people who think enlightenment is all sunshine and roses, they can't appreciate the thorn. They just want to look at the rose. I pity them. I pity them indeed. And there's a story also about James Lowe, and I love a Westerner who gives credit to his guru. All very rare. And it's sad how many people, like, steal knowledge from gurus in the East and, like, paraphrase it into this corny ass, like, this bullshit, like yoga classes and stuff. But he was telling a story about C.R. Lama, where he would compassionately show when he was in a bad mood, in a sense that C.R. Lama was detached from the notion that you know, he had to appear like a lama or an enlightened person or an enlightened teacher to appease his students. Like, these are Western people coming to visit him. And you would think, oh, CR Lama, he's gonna just like not show that he's in a bad mood, try to pretend like he's, you know, just all peaceful. But enlightenment is about accepting even bad moods. It's not about resisting them. You know, be careful of fools who will try to critique every behavior that you have, and just listen to the guru. Don't listen to these idiots. They'll try to give you unsolicited advice, and it's just nonsense. Like, I never try to give people unsolicited advice. I just leave it there. So ignore people who critique you and seek the guru's counsel. Don't seek this world will try to always get in your head and make you feel lesser than, you know. But the guru will always remind you of your limitless self. So, you know, be wise enough to be devoted to the guru in a world that's devoted to materialism.